Today we're going to take a look at some NHL records that will never be broken, and what better way to start with than Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky doesn't just hold one unbreakable record, he holds many, including most goals in a single season at 92, the longest single season point streak at 51, the fewest games to 1,000 points at 424 games, most assists in a single season with 163, most points in a single season with 215, most consecutive MVP awards with 8, and fewest games to 50 goals in a season at 39 games. And these are just a few of the 61 records that Wayne Gretzky holds, and I really don't see any of these ever being broken. In the next couple of years, we're going to see his goal record be overtaken by Ovechkin, but other than that, there are really no other potential threats to a lot of his records. In today's NHL, where offensive production and a well-rounded contribution from all players are highly emphasized, it is incredibly rare to find a player that would replicate the unique record held by Gorge Strait. Born in 1935, Strait spent his entire NHL career with the Detroit Red Wings from 1956 to 1959, playing 62 career games. What sets Strait apart from any other NHL nobody is his impressive achievement of playing all 62 games of his career without registering a single point. What makes this record even more amazing is that he kept himself in the lineup for 3 years despite showing no offensive production. Although many people probably believe this could be broken, I don't think so. With the way the NHL works today, players have a very tiny window to showcase their talents, and if nothing is promising, then their NHL time is done. Teemu Selanne's record of scoring 76 goals as a rookie is a record that will truly never be broken. Firstly, hockey has evolved with changes in defensive strategies, goaltending techniques, and overall team dynamics. These changes make it increasingly more work for any player trying to repeat Selanne's accomplishment in the modern era. Additionally, Selanne's record was set during a specific period when offensive numbers were generally higher. During Selanne's rookie year, the average goals per game were 3.7, while today the number has dropped to 3.2 goals per game. Today's game emphasizes a more balanced approach, emphasizing team defense, making it more challenging for a player to score this many goals. The most recent threat to this record was in 2005 when Alexander Ovechkin scored 52 goals, but still that's not even close. The only way this record could ever be broken is if Frank Brophy was in net. Frank Brophy's record for most goals against in an NHL game is one that any goaltender hopes to never break. On March 3rd, 1920, playing for the Quebec Bulldogs, Brophy was in an unforgettable match against the Montreal Canadiens. Unfortunately, it was a night of relentless offense from the Canadiens as they bombarded Brophy's net with an unprecedented onslaught. By the end of the game, Brophy had let up 16 goals, etching his name in NHL history. This game marked the end of Brophy's career, as it was the last game he ever played. He ended his career with 3 wins, 18 losses, and a remarkable 7.11 goals against average. Since then, many goalies have challenged Brophy's record, such as Doug Soetart and Ken McCauley, who both let up 15 goals, but no one has yet to let up more than 16. I would find it very hard to believe a goalie in today's era could break this record because 1, 16 goals in a game for one team is unimaginable, and 2, most goalies are pulled after letting in 5 or 6, so even if a team did happen to score 16 goals, it would be highly unlikely it'd be against the same goalie. The only way I would see Frank Brophy as a useful player on a team is if you were trying to break the Washington Capitals record for least amount of wins in a single season. When thinking about the Capitals now, you think about their Cup win in 2018, their many President's trophies throughout the 2010s, and their impressive number of playoff appearances. But this was not the case in the early 70s. During the 1974-75 season, the Capitals, in their inaugural year as an expansion team, struggled to find their footing in the highly competitive league. Their lack of experience and a roster consisting mainly of young and unproven players posed significant challenges. Despite their best efforts, the Capitals secured only 8 wins throughout the season, a record that has stood for decades. While technically this is not the least amount of wins in a season, all the teams with fewer wins were in a shortened season. The Capitals played 80 games and went 8, 67, and 5 for an atrocious point percentage of .131. The last time a team had under even 20 wins in an entire NHL season was the 2001-2002 Atlanta Thrashers, having just 19 wins. Being on a team this unsuccessful would be unimaginable for a player like Jean Beliveau. Jean Beliveau won a staggering 17 Stanley Cups as a player and a front office member, all a part of the Montreal Canadiens. Belivau's illustrious career spanned over 2 decades, from 1950 to 1971, during which he showcased his remarkable skills as a player for the Montreal Canadiens. Beliveau hosted the Stanley Cup an impressive 10 times as a player, establishing himself as one of the most successful players in NHL history. However, Beliveau's passion for the game remained strong after his playing days, as he transitioned seamlessly into a role in the front office for the Canadiens, where he continued to contribute to the team's success. In this front office role, Beliveau was pivotal in guiding the organization to an additional 7 Stanley Cups. His combined 17 Stanley Cups makes up for 70% of the Stanley Cups the Canadiens have won. Belivau's record is a testament to his remarkable career and enduring legacy as one of the greatest players and executives in the game's history. During Belivau's playing career, he was a part of another record for the most consecutive Stanley Cup appearances by a team. The Montreal Canadiens' unprecedented appearance in the Stanley Cup Finals for 10 consecutive seasons from 1951 to 1960 is a remarkable feat that will never be broken. However, it's important to consider the context in which the achievement occurred. The NHL comprised of 6 teams then, making the path to the finals less difficult than the present-day expanded league. While the limited number of competitors may diminish the record's significance, it remains unbeatable in the league's history. The closest we've been to seeing this record be broken in the modern league is with the Tampa Bay Lightning being to 3 straight Stanley Cups, which is nowhere even close to breaking the record. Although the Canadiens' record can be attributed in part to the league's lack of teams during that time, it remains a testament to the team's dominance and excellence. During these 10 straight Stanley Cup appearances, goaltender Glenn Hall was working on a different record of his own. Glenn Hall's remarkable record of most consecutive games played as a goaltender can be attributed to his incredible durability, skill, and mental fortitude. From 1955 to 1962, Hall was the goalie of choice for 502 consecutive games, an achievement that has stood the test of time. Known for his acrobatic saves and relentless competitiveness, Hall became a model of consistency and reliability in net. Enduring the position's physical demands and battling injuries and fatigue, Hall's unwavering commitment to his team and craft set him apart from others. His record demonstrates his remarkable durability and the trust and confidence his coaches and teammates had in his abilities. As the game has evolved, the demands of goaltenders have increased, making Hall's record even more impressive and unlikely to be broken. Nowadays, it's rare to see a goalie even play 5 games in a row, let alone 500 games in a row. Glenn Hall's remarkable streak remains a testament to his unwavering dedication to the game, as it solidifies his place as one of the greatest goaltenders in NHL history. The NHL is filled with seemingly unbreakable records, highlighting the extraordinary achievements of some of the game's greatest players. And whether it's good or bad, these records serve as a testament to the unique circumstances, skill, and dedication required to leaving a lasting impact on this sport.